Hey everyone, I'm Ray Hanania, the real Ray Hanania. So don't listen to any of the BS. You go to my website at hanania.com, you'll get all the links that you need. I'm not your typical columnist. I write the ugly truth, whether it's good or bad, when it hurts or helps, doesn't matter. I've been covering Chicagoland, American and Middle East politics for the past 50 years since the 1970s. And I have always had one mission: to be honest, to get it right, and to tell the absolute truth, regardless of how people feel about me or what I write, or even regardless of how I feel about it. But I'm Palestinian and Arab, and some people don't like that. I happen to be Christian. My mother is from Bethlehem and was a parishioner at the Church of the Nativity. My father is from Jerusalem, both Christians. I've always strived to be a moderate voice in politics, especially on Middle East issues. I have two kids, one Catholic from my first marriage and another son who is Jewish from my current marriage. Yes, my wife is Jewish. We don't always see eye to eye on politics, but we are proof that Palestinians and Jews can live together. I covered Chicago City Hall from 1977 through 1992, writing for the Daily Southtown and later the Chicago Sun-Times. I hosted a live weekend radio show on WLS Radio in Chicago for a decade, from 7 until 12 noon on Saturday and Sundays, and on other radio stations, including WBBM FM, WLUP FM, WJJG AM, always focused on politics, political news, and always being fair. I syndicated a column for Creators Syndicate for a dozen years, and I've written for Arab and Israeli newspapers, including the Jerusalem Post and Ynet News at Yedioth Ahronot. That's not easy to do, being a Palestinian trying to write the truth. What many people just don't want to hear is the truth. They want to hear what they believe. They want to hear what they like. They want to hear usually what's not true because it makes them feel better. That's not the America I grew up in Chicago, which had 5 daily newspapers, each with different spins, politics, and perspectives when I was a kid on Chicago's southeast side near Pill Hill in the 1950s and 60s. Today, I write on local and national political issues for 2 newspaper chains: the Southwest News newspaper group in Southwest suburban Chicagoland, which includes the Des Plaines Valley News, the Southwest News Herald, the Reporter, and the Regional News. And I also write for the Arab News, the leading English language newspaper based in Saudi Arabia and Dubai, with editions in Paris, London, Islamabad, and Tokyo. I'm their U.S. special correspondent. I write op-eds for the Arab News, opinion commentary, and news reports for the Arab News newspaper at arabnews.com. I also write commentaries for my Chicagoland newspapers, and I post them all online so you can read them and you could see. You may agree with some, you may not agree with some. My column writings and analysis have earned me many competitive journalism awards, including 4 Chicago Headline Club Peter Lissiger Awards, the Society of Professional Journalism Sigma Delta Chi Award, and the New American Media Award. There's a bunch more. I'm not writing to win awards, and I'm not writing to make people happy or make friends. My editor told me if I needed a friend, go get a dog. And I've had dogs ever since I was a kid. I'm writing to cut through the bullshit that is thrown at us in today's political world, which is skewered by bias, and even a news media that has lost its moral bearing and compass. It's changed dramatically in the past half century. It's hard to get the truth. You're getting more spin than anything. A lot of people don't like me because I challenge the lies and the exaggerations in the media. I challenge the news media all the time. I think today's media is so much different when I entered media in the 1970s. The economy sucks. Seniors are not getting their fair share. The moderate voices of Jews and Palestinians are suppressed by a biased news media and by extremists on both sides. The Middle East is a mess, but we can't give up on doing the right thing. Opposing violence and embracing a fair peace for both sides. And we can't give up on Chicago. Crime is rampant. They don't like to talk about it because the media loses money. So they suppress the news about crime. There are many Jews and Palestinians who want peace, but their voices don't make news. Hate makes news. Anger and emotion make news. Lies, distortions, exaggerations make news in today's sad, unfortunate world. Everyone is a Walter Cronkite these days, thanks to social media. Everybody has an opinion. Everyone says what they feel. They write it, often without thought, because social media makes it easy for everyone to become a Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, the two journalists who inspired me growing up. But I watched Dr. Kildare and numerous TV doctors do heart surgeries. That didn't make me a doctor. It looked easy. You just open somebody up and rip apart their heart and put it back together. Simple. Why go through 14 years of medical school? Just cut the patient's chest open, stick your hand in there, and throw in a few stitches. But life doesn't work like that. And it doesn't work like that in medicine, and it doesn't work like that in journalism. I didn't want to be a journalist or a syndicated columnist. I wanted to be a doctor like many of my relatives. But I saw the unfairness of the world and believed that communications can change it and make it better. Writing that is honest, not loved, is what we need today. I also organized the Israeli-Palestinian comedy tour to Hughes Humor after September 11th. Humor is the most powerful form of writing and communications. I wanted to bridge the hatred. It did well, but it was a struggle to constantly fight against emotion, anger, and even hatred out there. I believe you, the public, are smart enough to make your own decisions about issues. I think you should hear everyone's views and voices, because you, the public, are smart. You don't need to be told what to believe. You are smart enough to come to your own conclusion. Just listen to the voices, different voices, including mine. I'll give you my honest, upfront views and opinions and reports in my columns 5 times each week at hanania.com. In my weekly news and commentaries in Chicagoland, in the local papers, and the Middle East newspapers. I won't accept anyone's lies from Biden, from Trump, from Harris, from Kennedy, from the Republicans, from the Democrats, or from the independents, from the Israelis, from the Palestinians, from the Jews, from the Christians, from the Catholic. I'm going to write and tell you what I believe about every possible issue. You may not like it. You can call me all kinds of names. I'll rip the issues apart and tell you what I think. And you'll know it's my opinion because I don't hide. I tell you exactly what I think. Maybe it'll help you better understand the issues, and maybe it'll help you decide who is right and who is wrong. That's up to you to do the best to hear everyone's side. For me, it's about honesty, fairness, and accuracy. Check out my information at my website at hanania.com, HANANIA.com, and read my US and Middle East columns, my news reports, and listen to my podcasts and my radio show reports. And if you want to donate, great, but you don't have to. But please subscribe to help me get my voice out there. I will not let you down. My email is rghanania@gmail.com. You can email me and tell me what you think. You can give me ideas for perspective. I'll tell you what I think about a topic. I'm honest. I will tell you how I feel and what I believe, and it'll come from my heart and my own mind. Nobody tells me what to write. I write whatever I want, and that's gotten me in a lot of trouble, but I don't care. Remember, check out my website at hanania.com. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my syndicated columns. It's free. You can do it on your own. But if you want to donate, great. Believe me, it's going to help me. I could use it to spread the word. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I'll see your subscription soon. Bye-bye, everybody.